yet you give public servant less. Mr. President, listen to the people. Search your soul and you will confess. I want you try surviving on the public face, then you're gonna know but stress. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up. They done drive no fair with the citizen. They may want the people speak out. Freedom of speech done gone inside the gutter. Knock off when you open your mouth. Discrimination in entertainment, and you're talking about one Guyana. When the Ministry of Culture keep the big shows, one set of girls and banner. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up. Every picture you take and promise you make, everything you do is about clouds. Then you come into me for I shake your hand, there's nothing to smile about. Corruption inside every sector, but when it comes to them they send you. Try investigate efficiency, right? Go talk to Ballot and Sue. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up.
Yeah, my name is Jacinty Caldata Francis Vietnam, and since 1965 I become a voter, and I always place my X next to the cup, and what they are doing today, I can't take it. So I have no more vote to give to PPP anymore. I'm not going to vote anymore no more. If they have to lose by one vote,
there and fabricate that. Unless you say who the person is, I can't comment on anonymous people.
Okay, well, let's talk about specific individuals. What is your relationship with Mr. Su Jurong?
Su? Oh, Su? My relationship? Nothing. He
You want to tell me all these years, Mohammed and his father and all of them is a part of PPP that had gone at the PPP office, Freedom House on Rob Street, protecting the PPP from the black people and PNC. And all the time, you in there, you never see that they ill-treating black people, they killing out black people. You never see this corruption within this party. All the time, you, your family, your uncle, your father, your sister, your mother, everybody supporting this party. Y'all never see that this party is corrupt. Never at no point in time until sanctions start raining down upon you and you expect them to cover you, and they did not cover you. They took away all your gold and diamond license and your business license, your cambio license, and you get upset. And then you started to decide that, you know what, I can run for election to get rid of the sanction, and I can run for election to get...
Yeah, my name is Jacinty Caldata Francis Vietnam, and since 1965 I become a voter, and I always place my X next to the cup, and what they are doing today, I can't take it. So I have no more vote to give to PPP anymore. I'm not going to vote anymore no more. If they have to lose by one vote, they're losing it by data. I have none.
I can't take it no more. I can't take it no more. Can't take it no more. Imagine 18 hours of blackout, and you're telling people progress. Cost of living gone up 100%, yet you give public servant less. Mr. President, listen to the people. Search your soul and you will confess. I want you try surviving on the public face, then you're gonna know but stress. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done speak out. Freedom of speech done gone inside the gutter. Knock off when you open your mouth. Discrimination in entertainment, and you're talking about one Guyana. When the Ministry of Culture keep the big shows, one set of girls and banner. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up.
Basement, level vibes, with another one, straight up, blackness aye. Who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, I do it for the love, him not do it for no money. Straight up, him attack, educating everybody. Big up my friends and big up my family. Turn on the radio, catch the vibes, it's integrity. Straight up, Benskop stands for unity. One people, one nation, one destiny. Free up the truth in the air, even the blind can see. The deaf can hear, the dumb can talk, the cripple can walk. Boom. Who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, we have to gather wrong, grab a seat and sit down, pay attention. Education, liberation, we have to stand strong. Benskop upon the radio, lively up the program. Everybody call somebody and let them turn and tune and pon the radio and catch the boom song. We boom it up already, we have to boom it up again. Expose and reveal him. Who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, I do it for the love, him not do it for no money. Straight up, him attack, educating everybody. Big up my friends and big up my family. Turn on the radio, catch the vibes, it's integrity. Straight up, Benskop stands for unity. One people, one nation, one destiny. Free up the truth in the air, even the blind can see. The deaf can hear, the dumb can talk, the cripple can walk. Boom. Who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth.
I can't take it no more. I can't take it no more. Can't take it no more. Imagine 18 hours of blackout and you're telling people progress. Cost of living gone up 100%, yet you give public servant less. Mr. President, listen to the people. Search your soul and you will confess. I want you try surviving on the public face, then you're gonna know but stress. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up. They don't drive no fair with the citizen. They may want the people speak out. Freedom of speech done gone inside the gutter. Knock off when you open your mouth. Discrimination in entertainment, and you're talking about one Guyana. When the Ministry of Culture keep the big shows, one set of girls and banner. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up. Every picture you take and promise you make, everything you do is about clouds. When you come into me for I shake your hand, there's nothing to smile about. Corruption inside every sector, but when it comes to them they send you. Try investigate efficiency, right? Go talk to Ballot and Sue. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up. I done fed up on the dirty water, low pressure water.
Basement, level vibes, with another one, straight up, blackness aye. who tell the truth? Mark Scott, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Scott, radio station is the fruit. Mark Scott, straight up from the root. Mark Scott, who tell the truth? Mark Scott, defend the ghetto youth.
I can't take it no more. I can't take it no more. Can't take it no more. Imagine 18 hours of blackout and you're telling people progress. Cost of living gone up 100%, yet you give public servant less. Mr. President, listen to the people. Search your soul and you will confess. I want you try surviving on the public face, then you're gonna know but stress. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up. They don't drive no fair with the citizen. They may want the people speak out. Freedom of speech done gone inside the gutter. Knock off when you open your mouth. Discrimination in entertainment. And you're talking about one Guyana. When the Ministry of Culture keep the big shows. One set of girls and banner. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup. Look how evil set up. The people fed up. Every picture you take and promise you make, everything you do is about clouds. Then you come into me for I shake your hand, there's nothing to smile about. Corruption inside every sector, but when it comes to them they send you. Try investigate efficiency, right? Go talk to Ballot and Sue. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up. Fed up on the dirty water, low pressure, want scream and tell somebody. Imagine 1500 US and they're telling me super salary. I done fed up on the unemployment racism and the lie they say one Guyana. Cause when you look with the oil money going, circulate with one set of banner. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up.
Good night and welcome to Straight Up. Some technical difficulties on the ground, blackouts and all these things, blackouts upon blackouts upon blackouts. Share the link, guys. Let me tell you, and you guys are seeing the unprofessional approach of the some members of the Guyana police force, a very unprofessional approach. And this is where the public have lost their trust or whatever little confidence in the Guyana police force, not because of the majority of members of the force, but because of the majority of, the few of these Pakus. This is what is happening. Good night. Share the link, spread the word that we're on. The joint services went out, and the joint services comprise basically what the Guyana Police Force, the Guyana Prison Service, the Guyana Defense Force, and the Guyana Fire Service. That's exactly what it is. And also security agencies that are connected to the PPP, death squads, and so forth. They are the official joint services, the new joint services members, it appears that way in Guyana. All right, what is your take, guys, on the joint services votes today? I know you guys were basically, you were monitoring the situation. In fact, all of us, we were there, meaning on social media, we were monitoring the situation every step of the way, and you guys know that in terms of what is happening in Guyana. And unfortunately, people are unhappy. It seems as though GCOM and the PPP, they had their plans, they were doing their thing. And according to the man in the street, corrupting the process, people are upset. people are extremely upset about what is happening in Guyana. And now these guys should be sanctioned. But this is what happened. If you take a look at that cup, this is what happened to the cup after. You notice the similarity, right? That's exactly what happened to the cup after. Now, you cannot have members of the Guyana Police Force or Discipline Services behaving in this manner. This is unprofessional. And now, just the other day, remember we laughed at this, right? The commissioner, the political commissioner of police, had this to say, and it says the headline in newssource.gy says, Hicken urges police ranks to be professional and neutral as they undertake elections or election duties. Now, this is the commissioner of police has days ago called on ranks to be neutral and professional. Now, we knew that that wasn't the case. That's not the case at all. But even after saying that, look at what happened. Look at what the police, these guys have done. And in my opinion, they should be sanctioned. Those policemen should be sanctioned. I don't know, but Guyana is a strange place, and it becomes even stranger under the corrupt PPP regime. That is why it's important that on September 1st, you ensure that you vote these vagabonds out of office. You've got to vote these vagabonds out of office. How many of you are prepared for that process? How many of you are prepared? Either you're there on the ground, you get up pretty early on the 1st of September in order to go out and vote in your numbers. You've got to go out and vote in your numbers, guys. If you're not in Guyana and you're not fortunate like folks like Mark Welcome to book a passage and head to Guyana, and others who I think they are either heading to Guyana or they are already in Guyana, they could afford a passage. And once that is the case, once that is the case, you know that you are prepared to vote and do the right thing at this time. You've got to. So if you can afford a passage, as they would say, if you can afford the passage, go to Guyana and vote. Don't ask me about that, though, right? I know there are lots of folks who are already in Guyana and they are prepared to vote. They are prepared to vote. Now, don't tell me that, don't say to me that vote for any other party. Don't tell me that other than the PPP. No. No. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. You've got to put your X next to the right party in order for Guyana to breathe again. That's what you've got to do. The right party. So don't say that vote for any other party other than the PPP. Because if you don't vote for the right party, Guyana will remain in Walla Walla, so to speak. So you've got to make the right choice. You've got to put your X next to the right party, a party that will be able to make Guyana breathe again. Not individuals who are trying to save themselves. I don't know. I saw some APNU people in the beginning of this month, 2 months ago. They were, oh, Mohammed, this. Now all of them realize the trickery that's going on. All of them have realized the trickery. They've gotten to realize the trickery right now, because that is what is happening. Tricks upon tricks upon tricks. Trickery. That's what's going on. Trickery. We're seeing it. You guys are seeing it. And now the same people who were feeling sympathetic and thinking that, oh, this sanction party or whatever it is you guys call it, oh, they'll do. There's no evidence, guys. There's absolutely no evidence that they are actually in favor of the opposition or in favor of the people of Guyana. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So you guys got to be careful. Got to be extra careful. Good night and welcome to Straight Up. My name is Mark Benshaw. How are you guys doing tonight? Last evening, there were a few folks on. Ganesh Mahipal was on. Little technical difficulties on the part of Ganesh and his internet connection, I believe. But the youngster that carried the program for the most part, Eden, what's his last name? Let me see if you guys remember his last name. I know his last name. He started off really nice, though. He started off really, really, really nice. He said he's, of course, better looking than me. That's true. He said that he's smarter than me. Okay. If he's watching, that's true too. Both, yeah. He's correct. Eden is correct. Eden Corbin. He did a great job. He was on with former magistrate who was victimized under the corrupt PPP regime, Dawn Cush. She was victimized. I wanted her to talk a little bit about that, to remind you guys about how the PPP operates. That's what they do. They don't like people who are fair. They don't like professional people. They don't like decency. And we see that sometimes every day. We see that with unscrupulous politicians, and then one or two unscrupulous individuals as well, right? We have to, in our professional lives, we have to deal with some of them too, right? Maybe one or two of them watching right now. Don Sampson, how are you doing? Patrick Mack is saying good night. Patrick Mack is saying, take that clung off the screen. I'm sorry about that, Patrick. The clung is already off the screen. But Eden Corbin did a great job. And those are the sort of young people that will make the brilliant young people. That guy sounds like better than most of the presidential candidates. Most of them. And you know what I mean, right? Some of them can't even talk. You ask them a question, they can't even answer, give an intelligent response. I don't know what's going on. What is wrong with Guyana? And then they try to measure Guyana with, oh, look at Trump. Trump has, 34 felony charges. Look where he is. Modi sanctioned. Look where he is. All this. Look this person. Look that person. Look over there. And so because you look there, you look back there, you got to accept that crap in Guyana too? Is that how they're measuring in terms of how a country should be run? Well, look over there. Oh, look, sir. Oh, look the side. So because there's an issue with your next door neighbor, every day they're fighting. So you're going to start fight in your house. And then when you start fighting, the police comes. You're going to tell the police, my neighbor, they do it too. The other side neighbor, they're doing it too. And therefore, you can do it as well, right? So all of these things is justification. I don't know. Y'all got to wake up. Y'all, as the Jamaicans would say, or I think the Bajans as well, wanna. The Bajans say, wanna wake up. Wanna wake up. And the Jamaicans say, wanna wake up. Wanna wake up. If wanna don't wake up now, I don't know when we're going to wake up. I don't know when you guys are going to wake up with 9 days remaining before the elections. 9 days remaining, guys. 9 days remaining. And we saw some of the hiccups today, right? PPP folks voting, the joint services guys, some of them voted and took a photograph of it, and some of them were brave enough to post it. I don't know what's going on in that country. I just don't know. But let me ask you guys back this question. How many of you are prepared? How many of you are going back home to Guyana for the elections? Your vote at this time is important. Remember the elections in 1997, I believe, was officiated by Claudette Singh. She was then a justice, a judge in the High Court. One vote, because of one vote. Do you know that one vote makes a difference? So if any of you, some of you who have not gone home in years, and you're preparing to go home, be safe. As soon as you hit the ground, get your relatives and your friends and start campaigning. Those of you on social media, campaign, but you campaign for the right party, a good team of individuals. That is what you want. You don't want people who can't speak, who have folks who have no history of managing anything, or folks who have a history of corruption and all manner of things. You know what I mean? A country cannot be developed like that. There can be no prosperity in a country if you have individuals who don't understand the meaning of transparency, professionalism, and real policies, decency that can run a country. Running a country is not like smuggling gold and smuggling fuel and drugs and these sort of things. That's not how you run a country. You run a country where there will be less problems. And I've noticed the Mohammed guy, or whatever the heck his name is, talking about the police force and that he could, what could you do for the police force? Some of these people helped to corrupt the police force, think that they were above the law. And now suddenly you are for law and order? Come on, guys. I was telling you guys months now, be careful. But some of you APNU people and some of you in the opposition, I see some of them don't come back on the program no more, just a few of them. But they stay from the side and they peep. They don't come on no more because they're frightened. They're frightened for come on. They're frightened for come on. Some of them, like Peter Sam, going to come and say young people don't care. Young people have to care. You can't just say young people don't care. It's like you're putting up your hands and you're surrendering. Don't say young people don't care. You have to make young people care. Right, Peter Sam? I'm peeping you. I see what you're up to. And then you come in now to say about young people don't care. Peter. Good night to Peter. Peter, at least you ain't peeping tonight. You come true. I give Peter credit. Peter, don't throw your votes away, bro. Don't waste your vote. But don't come and say young people don't care. We have to make them care. Young people care. They care. They just want to see a good team. We can't run away with, it's just like you have your kids. And you will allow your kids with a little fancy car and follow people who are not worthy of following. Nobody would want their kids or their children to do that. You want your children to do what is right and to follow good people who can set and who have set good examples. Come on, Peter. I've known you for so many years. I know you're a good guy. I know you want change. But oh man, don't allow emotions. Some others, I give Peter Sam good credit. He came on the program. He peeping tonight. But there are others who are peeping. because they're ashamed to come back on the show right now. They're ashamed to come right now. And if any of them pop up, I'll tell you who is who. I don't want to call their names, but they're ashamed to come back on the program. Juju FV, Juju FV, and I agree with Juju FV. You've got to keep the young people informed, because this is a different generation we're dealing with, different generation, and you got to know how to handle this generation. The majority of young people are not swayed by people who are corrupt or by fancy cars. Look at Eden Corbin. There are so many young people like Eden Corbin and others. Thousands upon thousands of young people. Don't think that the young people in their sense, So some of the young people that you see going in whatever direction, they're just a minority of the young people in that country. Majority of the young people, well, I don't put young people down. They're very smart. And so very smart young people know where they are going to put their X. They know where or who they are going to vote for. Young people want a beautiful Guyana. Young people want a Guyana where they can walk the streets and they're able to walk freely. Young people want a Guyana where they're not going to be charged because they're standing up and protesting and they're going to be charged for terrorism. Young people don't want a country where they're going to be discriminated against. And in order to have a country, Guyana is broken right now. Compliments of a corrupt PPP, compliments of a corrupt system, compliments of corrupt so-called businessmen, whether they're millionaires, billionaires, overnight, or whatever, and they feel that they can own and control Guyana, sprinkle little crumbs here and there. They sprinkle little crumbs in the police force. They control some senior officers. They sprinkle little crumbs in the police service. They control some senior prison officers. They sprinkle little crumbs here and there. And that is how they want Guyana to run. And when they see that Guyana isn't going in that direction, they all get upset and they start to fight against each other. And so the gullible ones, they're able to catch on to the gullible ones and snatch them. But they are just a minority. Do not be fooled, guys. Do not be fooled. That's all I'm saying to you. This is nothing personal against anybody, but Guyana is in the intensive care unit as of now. The intensive care unit. And the only way to remove it off of life support and have Guyana to be able to breathe again on its own is to put good people in office. Vote for good people. And don't let people tell you about Moody and Trump this and this body that. Do not do that. It's a gangster move. It's trying to swar you. In the case of the Mohammeds, what can they say that they've really done for young people or done for you other than be part of a corrupt political system that destroyed the police force, destroyed the joint services? You saw Mohammed and who? Khan of the Guyana Defense Force shaking hands, and some of you were caught up and then, oh, look, they're buddies, they're friends. They all know each other. So there's nothing new that is happening there. And some of you are carried away. Some of you have been fighting against injustices. Some of you want justice for your relatives. And you think you're going to put that in the hands of a Mohammed? You got to be kidding me. Come on, guys. Now, I just got a message from the PR person for the Elections Commission has confirmed, that's according to this newscast, that the ballot boxes were not destroyed and were safely transported to the GCOM headquarters. Now, apparently there's some reports, ballot boxes secured after multi-vehicle accident at LBI. So there was this accident at LBI. I'm not sure if you guys heard that. I'm not sure if you guys heard that as yet, but and an accident, right? And so ballot boxes are being transported, apparently with votes, joint services vote. And suddenly there's this accident at LBI. That's up on the East Coast, right? And then there's this accident. And so the public relations officer of the Guyana Elections Commission has just issued a statement saying that all the ballot boxes are safe and nothing is tampered with. Now, the public relations officer of GCOM has a good credibility. Don't get me wrong. Miss Ward, she has been there for a while. And so I just want to say, though, that accident, and Desiree Chapman is correct. And Desiree said, was it a well set up accident? The PPP is good at that. The PPP is good at that. And so police crash up. Police, breaking news, of course, the police, there was an accident and all the ballot boxes all over the place. So now you've got to wonder whether, now accidents do happen, don't get me wrong, right? Guyana got an accident. Irfan Ali is in office. That's an accident. It's destroyed Guyana. Barra Jack, the president, destroyed Guyana. And you cannot allow another accident by voting for individuals who are under investigations and by U.S. law enforcement agencies and sanctioned and all these things. And you guys are blinded by that and bringing up Moody. You know, it pains me, at least my little brain, an insult to my intelligence when excuses, oh, look, Moody, this, oh, look, just to justify BS in Guyana. So let's get back to the ballot boxes. Suddenly there's this accident. Police vehicles escorting, taking the ballot boxes. So what was the plan? Now, I'm not saying that there was a plan, mind you, but knowing how corrupt the PPP regime is and how corrupt some senior police officers are. Now, again, I want to make this quite clear that at no point in time we here at 107.1 FM, including you guys in the audience, we paint the police force, the entire police force, as though they're corrupt. No, we do not do that. We understand and we know that they are good policemen and women, and we salute them. And especially those who made the right choice, the right decision in voting the corrupt PPP out of office. No matter the trickery that we saw today, for example, we'll get some more news on the accident. I'm monitoring what's going on, and hopefully we'll have someone that could give us a quick update. So that's what we're doing currently. We are monitoring the situation. So sorry about that. So that accident with the that accident is suspicious. And we all know why it's suspicious, right? The ballot boxes, scatter it all over the place, and then you pretend as though the Mohammeds and them should know about these things, because they were all part and parcel of that big whole heap of corruption at the Guyana Elections Commission and the invasion of the office and allegations of people wanting to kill Claudette Singh then, and all these things. We're going to see. Hopefully, I hope that I'm wrong, but we are going to see. You're going to see, and you're going to hear about this massive corruption again on the part of the PPP in the 2015 elections. That's just about 9 days away. How many of you guys, and this is a question I'll ask, how many of you guys are confident in the Guyana police force and protecting of the ballot boxes? I'm going to listen to you guys. I'm going to read some of the comments. But here's what I want us to go all the way. There's a public meeting there in a particular area. Is there a public meeting? Yeah, there is a public meeting. In the meantime, I'll check your comments there to see what's going on. So let's go straight to a little word on what's happening at a public meeting there in Mocha, Arcadia.
See you develop, and that is why we said to you, we will return honesty to the governing of this country. It is unfortunate. It is unfortunate that for the 28 years of the PPP in power, lawlessness has been the hallmark. They are so lawless, they have no sense of decency. Ghana cannot continue like this. Ghana needs people with a vision. Ghana needs people with a plan. We said to you, when you read our manifesto, you will recognize that the party with a vision and a plan is the APNU. Let us not fool ourselves. When you look at our manifesto, you will see that we have dealt with all the critical areas. And so from day one, we can hit the ground running. We don't claim to know it all, and that is why we engaged a lot of professionals when we were doing the manifesto. We listened to the people, we out to poverty, and we have so a document. You must go out and speak to others. Give them our message. Tell them that flags don't win elections. People do. But you know, the amount of money they waste on flags would have taken a couple children out of poverty. They could have give the children the 2 hot meals we promise. We have always been focused on the development of David Granger. Him giving children without oil money, bicycle, boats, etc. to go to school is a clear indication that he had an interest in the people. I have said very early that in my mind, we would have made mistakes. All governments will. But I want to say to you, we have done a lot to improve the lives of the people of Guyana. And that we will continue. I believe that we will win the next elections. I don't know if you remember that Barrett was saying we will get a landslide. You notice he stopped talking about the landslide from Andy Foot. We are poised to become the next government of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana. We are poised to make your life better. We are poised to ensure that your children get a bright future. And so we must work together, act together, scrutinize these elections together, and ensure we see the back of the People's Progressive Party. There is another and final message that we must send to people. And that message is, the biggest problem for Guyana outside of Venezuela, Guyana-Venezuela territorial issue, is the PPP. They are the biggest problem. And that is why we said to you that if Guyana is to grow, the PPP must go. The only political party in these elections that can beat the People's Progressive Party is the Partnership for National Unity. A vote for a small party is a wasted vote. So we must talk to them, tell them don't be ashamed, just vote for we. We will serve everyone because we do believe in Guyanese. My friends, there are a few days left. Let us be focused. Let us be resilient. Let us not be provoked, but let us not accept nonsense. We will take no nonsense from the People's Progressive Party. You know, I want to make my last point to you before I go. You notice they ain't got no buses and so that bring these people here. One of the things you must observe about our campaign, we are going into these communities and campaigning with the people. One of the strongholds of the PPP is Bad Settlement. And they had a meeting at Bad Settlement, a public meeting, and they had to bring people from the quarantine. It tells you that they are sliding, and they know they are. We are heading for victory. We are heading to become the next government. We are heading to ensure that the first Amerindian Prime Minister is elected in this country. Jaretta is campaigning in indigenous communities. And so I must give you her regards. But at this time, we are focused on all the areas. But be reassured she is with Mocha. Be reassured that she's committed to the task. Be reassured that she's competent. And so we want to support and ensure that she succeeds. Because when she succeeds, we succeed. And we want to succeed. So I close by saying to you, we have the best political program. We have the best team. It has ethnic mix, youth, women, professionals, and ordinary people. The team we have put together for these elections is a team that can ensure Guyana grows. And so I close by saying to you that if Guyana is to grow, the PPP must go. Have a good evening and may the Lord bless you.
Yes, my name is Jacinty Caldata, Francis Vietnam, and since 1965, I become
Region
a
5, Hope Town, on Saturday, the 23rd of August from 6 p.m. Come out and hear from our candidates. Come out and hear about our people-centered development strategy that puts you first. Come out and hear from our prime ministerial candidate, Jurita Fernandez, our presidential candidate, Aubrey C. Norton, and others. This Saturday, the 23rd of August, the village of Hope Town will vibrate with a people-powered campaign. APNU. Putting people first.
All right, welcome back. I know you guys thought that maybe I disappeared, But no, I'm still here with you guys. Hope Town. Natural Beauty is saying that, I assume Natural Beauty is a girl, a woman, Natural Beauty says that she's going to be there. Who else is going to be at Hope Town? Let's give them a plug. Let's give the let's give them a plug for Hope Town. I like Hope Town. Isn't Hope Town? Some people say Hope Town. People like Mark Welcome and them would say Hope Town. I was watching Mark Light doing not Light, sorry, Mark Welcome doing Mark Welcome doing a live, and he pronounced something instead of the A, he said H. Right? But we will carry the Hope Town rally. That should be huge, right? Yep, it should be huge. Aubrey Norton, the presidential candidate, has said that they don't bus people in, and which is correct. You don't see any evidence of that, but you see evidence of people who cheated you of hundreds of millions of tax dollars now sprinkling back crumbs at you and want you to smile and be happy about that, right? So those are the people, and the corrupt PVP. They're the ones who got money to spend and buy motorbikes and rent cars and trucks and buses and all these. Y'all be very careful. Be careful. Not everything that glitters is gold, right? What else is happening that you want to talk about before 10 o'clock hour is here upon us? Because I work now during the course of the day. And let me say hi to some of the successful clients this week who have gotten their green cards approved, their applications approved, who have gotten their citizenship certificate and passed their citizenship test, and those with their 751, their conditions to be removed. It was a good week for us at Benchop Immigration and Consultancy, and we want it to be a good week. The 1st of September, we want the 1st of September to be a good day as well. And so we promise you that we are going to increase the amount of time in terms of the programming and so forth. And we promise you, since is it Eden Corbin has promised to return again. He thinks that he's a big guy now, thinks he's smarter than all of us here at Benchop Radio, which could be true. These young people are very smart, and this new generation, every time there's a new generation, they have to be smarter than the old generation. And Keith Beresford can attest to that, Janice Johnson and others. And so at some point in time, we've got to pave the way for young people like Eden Corbin and others, and even our kids. We have to pave way for them. And in order to do that, we have to create a bright future. And not just a bright future in a sense, a country that is able to last the next 50 years, the next 100 years, and every generation to take Guyana a step further. Unfortunately, under the corrupt PVP regime, guess what? Guyana just going down and down and down and down and down and down. And that is so bad. It's a shame and disgrace. Again, guys, I'm saying to you, you're going to know my choice on the 25th of August at 9:25 p.m. I told you guys, I promise you guys that. I will let you guys know who I believe, the team of individuals I believe are capable of running Guyana, not ruining Guyana. You want a government in place that would be able to correct the wrongs. You don't want people in place and people who have this wild dream that they could win an elections and become president, and then corrupt the entire process and be vindictive and go after family members of theirs and friends. And Guyana cannot grow like that. And on the 25th of August, I will let you guys know, and I will make that passionate plea. And from the 25th, we will intensify our campaign right here on 107.1 FM. you will see a bunch of people right here. But I just want you guys, somebody saying, Queenie White, you can't, come on, Queenie White. You guys are saying that you already know. I don't think you guys already know. Okay, so someone is sending photographs. It's not time to inbox me, guys, and send photos. And it's not going to work. I'm on the air. It's a bit of a distraction. But thank you, though, for the information. A lot of you guys think you know, or some of you guys think you know. I don't think you guys know. But on the 25th of August at 9:25 p.m., of course, during Straight Up, you guys will know. And not only that, right? I am passionate about the country of my birth, right? I'm just passionate. And this is nothing personal against anybody, and nothing personal against anybody. I don't know why some folks, it's a distraction. Talk to me on the ear. But now, sometimes people take things personal, and then they think that there is some personal thing between the Mohammeds. I don't know. I've never met this guy, Asruddin. I don't know what he's about. All I do know is that he's not capable of running Guyana. He's not capable of healing Guyana. There's too much bad blood that's going on right now. And we see it. And the bad blood will only intensify if ever he gets a chance miraculously to go close to the corridors of power. And you do not want a country like that, because you do not know what to expect. You don't know when gunshots going to rain from this side or that side. And anybody like that going in, it's a recipe for corruption. It's a recipe for disaster. That's all I'm saying. So there's nothing personal. I don't know those. I don't know other than they said about their charity and sometimes, I know the father, I met him probably once. That was when they blocked little kids from hanging out in Splashman's mall that they took over. And little kids couldn't go and kiss up and thing. And they had a big issue about that. And the other time that I attempted to do an interview with the father, I never knew about the son or whoever he is, other than when Paper Shorts murder. That's the only time I ever heard, or any son or whatever. But I attempted to interview the father when there was this Curacao gold heist. There was a gold heist in Curacao, and fingers were pointing at the Mohammeds. And so I attempted to interview the elder Mohammed, and he canceled the interview at the last moment. Well, I knew why. But at the end of the day, it's nothing personal. I just feel, honestly, I feel that Guyana deserves better. And Guyana has to be in the hands of people who can make Guyana breathe again, not frustrate the process and gang wars and fight against each other and the vindictiveness. And you go in there to get back at friends and relatives and this, and Guyana cannot move forward like that, guys. There's nothing personal. And some of you guys have to stop thinking that it's personal. I don't know those people. Absolutely not. I don't know. And frankly, I just don't care about them, if you ask me, in the realm of politics, because if you get a corrupt government, people are going to try to hustle because of a corrupt government. Everybody's going to try to hustle. Well, when I say everybody, the hustlers. And so in order for Guyana to be able to breathe again, you've got to have a proper system, a proper team of individuals who can run the country. That's all. Now, according to the news here, the Guyana Police Force is reporting that following an accident tonight on the east coast of Demerara Public Road, the 3 ballot boxes which were being escorted from Berbice have been safely and securely escorted and handed over to GCOM. Police say, whatever, that's the report. They're claiming that it was the minibus. It looked as though somebody, obviously from the evidence, what I'm seeing here, or what appears to be evidence from the crime scene, that the accident, that someone ran into the back of the minibus that was transporting 3 ballot boxes from the quarantine. And the minibuses are number 63 minibuses. As we can see, one of them, number 63 minibuses. And those of you who are from the quarantine area, you would know the number 63 from New Amsterdam all the way up to Corriverton. And so accidents can happen, but this is suspicious, though, if you ask me. What has happened to the 3 ballot boxes? Were they a quick exchange? And the other thing, do we trust the Guyana police force to escort those ballot boxes? And now the other thing, the other question I may have is escorting those ballot boxes should not be left just for the police to do it, because the people do not trust the leadership of the Guyana police force. And therefore, how can we trust them with the ballot boxes? Because remember, it's the commissioner of police who has to assign these ranks. And I don't know whether members of GCOM or members of the opposition, all of them going to have a representative to fit in the police vehicle or vehicles while those ballot boxes are being escorted. I just do not trust the leadership of the police. I just do not. But when you look at what these guys did, it's even more reason for us, or for the people of Guyana, not to trust the leadership of the Guyana police force. Let us say the ballot boxes from Linden, they are going to be escorted from Linden to Georgetown, straight over to GCOM headquarters. Who do you think would have to assign the officers to and the police vehicles to escort those ballot boxes? Who do you think? They're not going to ask Apostle Nigel London to escort. They're not going to ask Sharma Solomon, the mayor of Linden, to escort. No, they're not. So Hicken is going to, and the commanders, they are going to assign. And so what if these are the policemen? Well, we can say, right? What if these are the policemen with this red cup? And it's not a joke. They're advertising for the PPP. This is unacceptable, especially on the day that the joint services had to vote. This is what they are going to do. It is wrong. They should be disciplined, because this is not why they joined the force, to skin up and red up with a cup. This is not why they serve the force to protect. They joined the force to protect and serve, not to serve or drink what is in the cup. Now, it is okay for policemen and women to have a political choice. It is okay. But when you publicly display your political choice like this, it tells me a different story. It tells me that you will not be, none of these 4 policemen, none of them will be fair if someone goes into them wearing a green t-shirt or wearing a purple t-shirt. None of them will be fair to those persons. And these 4 men should be disciplined. They should be removed. They should be sent to Monkey Mountain, where there will be no red cup, and they'll have to drink black water. Unacceptable. And so on elections day, when you're already seeing this happening, and these guys, sorry I said girls, these guys are so brazen to do this. What do you expect them to do and others to do on elections day? Are they having secret, not just these 4 vagabonds, but are they, the senior members of the Guyana Police Force, are they having secret meetings on how to assist in manipulating the system come September 1st? Now let's take a look at this. If there's any police officer brave enough right now, or former police officer, and someone tag Mr. Paul Slow, please. And there's this question that I want to ask. The question that I want to ask is whether, forget about these 4 PPP chaps. Maybe one of them still in bed with the Mohammeds, who knows? Lots of things. But now, my concern though is, take a look at those recruits. Now, what's the purpose of lining up those recruits? This is a well orchestrated plan, a diabolical plan hatched out by the leadership of the Guyana Police Force to impress Irfan Ali as he rolled out of that vehicle today. Now, take a look at this. They have those recruits standing right at the door front. I have never seen this before. If any one of you, anyone there, any one of you saw this before, you can tell me. Don't be afraid. You can say, yes, you saw it before. Now, people are not stupid, you know. People are not stupid. Why do you suppose the recruits are standing right in front of the door where people have to go and vote? Officers have to go and vote. They're not there to salute Irfan Ali, or they're not there for mass game purpose. They are there strictly for one purpose, to send that message. And it's not even subtle, but they are there to send that message. And the message is pretty clear. Take a look at their red tie. Now, I saw some of the PPP pakus arguing that it has been there all along. I've heard an argument put forward by one of the commissioners of GCOM, and he probably needed a little more schooling in this area. But the police recruits, that's their uniform for many, many years. Now, I was a recruit, but not a police recruit, all right? Watching them at Adventure Village under quarantine and this was years ago, they do their thing. But the reason that the leadership of the police force decided that they are going to put those recruits in front of there is to send that message. And if you notice the red tie, right by the door, the red tie, it sends a message. The red tie sends a message. I'll be right back. Get your coconut water because I'm not going anywhere. I just got a message that I should stay on longer. And when you guys request, I have to adhere. I'll be right back. So share the link.
I can't take it no more. Can't take it no more. Imagine 18 hours a blackout and you're telling people progress. Cost of living gone up 100%, yet you give public servant less. Mr. President, listen to the people. Search your soul and you will confess. I want you try surviving on the public base, then you're gonna know but stress. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up. They don't drive no fear in the citizen. They may want the people speak out. Freedom of speech done gone inside the gutter. Knock off when you open your mouth. Discrimination in entertainment, and you're talking about one Guyana. When the Ministry of Culture keep the big shows, one set of girls and banner. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up.
All right, look how evil setup. And so the recipe, if you guys cannot see the writing on the wall, there's something wrong with you guys. Again, I repeat, if you guys, now look, I'm seeing some reports that ballot boxes are safe. Ballot boxes being escorted by members of the Guyana Police Force should come under question. Now, again, I'm not painting all members of the Guyana Police Force as being questionable. I wouldn't. There's some good men and women who want to do their jobs in a professional manner. But when you have these questionable acts, like, for example, the commissioner of police walked around visiting other police stations to oversee or take a look at the process, that is not his responsibility. His responsibility is not to walk around from police stations to police stations to ensure that the process is being run smoothly. That is not his job. His job is to ensure that officers are aware that on such and such a day, that it's voting day for the joint services. And in this case, members of the Guyana Police Force can go at X place or wherever to vote. His job is not to walk around and inspect. That is GCOM's job. That is, they have agents of political parties and they have observers. That's what they are there to do. Now, the fact that he wants to walk around and inspect tells a different story. It is unacceptable. His job, if he wants to inspect, he should drive around the streets, tour the streets to make sure that everything is okay on the streets, not to peep and ensure that people are going and vote. Because if officers do not want to vote, nobody can force them to vote. It is their democratic right. Nobody can penalize an officer to vote. Nobody should be able to penalize an officer to vote for a particular party. And in this situation, you can put your last $10 on the block that the commissioner of police wants his ranks to vote for the PPP regime. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. It is pretty obvious, but these guys think people are foolish, right? Now, the other thing that I wish to talk about is the other thing that I wish to speak about before we wrap up, which I don't know when, is voting, what they call it, voting places. Now, how can you be comfortable? Voting places should be, at least appear, voting places, the owners of those places should appear to be neutral. You cannot have a voting place that is supposed to be the church of Bishop Edgell, according to reports. So how would you or people within your community feel going to a church that is owned by a controversial PPP candidate and a controversial installed minister? How would you feel? Now, do you know just to rent that house, that voting place or whatever it is for the day is at least $1.5, $2 million, $3 million? And then on the quarantine, same thing. I don't know if that is not recipe for corruption, but I don't know what is. If ballot boxes are being, according to reports, there's an accident and, oh, the ballot boxes are saved, don't worry. I don't trust that. I don't trust that accident, and I don't trust that statement that the ballot boxes are safe. There's always ways and means to switch up ballot boxes and corrupt the process. Ask some of those who were part and parcel of the corruption, the PPP and their friends and cronies who were part and parcel of the corruption in the 2020 elections. They were part and parcel of it. Don't think for a moment that they were guarding ballot boxes, and they were guarding containers and these sort of things. Don't think that for a moment. Don't think that for a moment. I noticed some of you are saying that the ballot boxes aren't safe. We're not, at least I am not going to put my trust in the leadership of the Guyana Police Force. We see who these guys are. We know what they're about. Look at them. Look at Watts. You think Watts, y'all don't think Watts in know what's going on there? Look at Shartman Hicken. Look at Budram. And look at well, I think for reasons known, these are, wasn't it the crime chief? Yeah, well, he might be leaning towards Mohammed for a variety of reasons. Remember, these are the guys who protected the Mohammeds and went right after Detective Sergeant Bascom, right after him, to discredit Bascom, to cover up, to do all sorts of things. All sorts of things they did. I don't know, man. I don't know. But if y'all don't wake up now and vote for the right set of people, don't, you can't vote for people who complain all the time. Complain. There's people persecuting, and now you wake up now and know about persecution. You know the word persecution. You could spell persecution. Y'all have a personal war. The PPP and the Mohammeds have a personal war. That is what they have going on. Personal war. The Mohammeds and Sharif, they got a personal war. Mohammed or whatever, Azruddin Mohammed is Sheriff, this guy from Sheriff or whatever, I don't even know his name, some whatever. It's his, what is it, stepson-in-law, if there's a stepson-in-law. So all of these people are connected, and they're only fighting now because it's a matter of jealousy amongst all of them. That is what it is. Jealousy, fighting who could get rich, who could be a billionaire, who could bring in a cyber car, who could bring in a Lamborghini, who could bring in this, who could bring in Bentley. That is what it's about. And some of you y'all don't even know what's going on, you know. And I know some of y'all bombs gonna raise, y'all gonna want to cost me. It's okay. Like what? You know? Take a look at this. When you look at the Mohammedan or whatever they party, check the amount of persons that you see from one particular ethnic group. And then check for the other set of ethnic group folks and ask why only a few? Why only maybe one or two or just a handful? Why? But here's what you're going to hear. Oh, a lot of the people that you're not really seeing there are quietly supporting. That's to brainwash you guys. And what Mohammed has done has launched a direct attack against the legitimate opposition folks. A direct attack. And all you get is complain. Name your prime ministerial candidate. Go out there and put, there are two persons that he wants to. Maybe there's a bickering for a third person and a big fight. What's going on? Big cussing up, you know, because, you know, if the father could go right back and join the PPP right now, he'll do that. That's another story. But they should come out and say there's nobody victimized and who victimized. Too many people got victimized and persecuted and killed in that country. Too many. And a lot of those killings and Phantom Squad and Death Squad were supported by questionable business people who suddenly pop up and say them as billionaires and them as this and them as that. Yeah, let's read between the lines. So by Monday time, you might hear that. So the opposition, the main opposition, got Director Finance. Nigel Hughes, AFC, they got Laura, prime ministerial candidate of Amerindian descent. The APNU got Fernandes, prime ministerial candidate of Amerindian descent, part Amerindian descent. Now, y'all do the math. I have $100 right now. I don't know where it is right now, and I'll tell you guys that prime ministerial candidate for Azradin little group is Don Hastings, Don Williams. I put my head on the block for that. He's not going to put, I'll be surprised if he puts Sarabu Haley. I'll be surprised. But Don Hastings Williams. Now, when they do that, it is again another direct attack on APNU. But some of y'all didn't pick up what's going on. Some of y'all didn't pick up what's going on yet, you know. Until I noticed, Carmilla is asking who the AFC has and I think she's a pretty smart woman, Laura. Congrats to Laura. The AFC has Laura, the PNC APNU, they have Doretta Fernandez, and watch what that blue group is going to do. They're going to put down, and if y'all can see that is an orchestrated plan to target the main opposition followers and supporters. If y'all can read, if y'all can read between the lines, well, I don't know. And I know most of y'all didn't go to IFLAT University, you know. Most of you guys didn't go to IFLAT University. And so y'all are pretty smart people in the audience here. So just watch and see. Lots and lots of surprises, though, you know, elections time. Because when people play games like that with you and your future, your children's future, when they play them sort of games like that, if that is not sufficient red flag, something else is wrong. Something is wrong, right? You can't say we never did warn you guys. We are here to tell you guys the truth. You know, we're not here to pick and choose or to be afraid to speak our mind. We don't believe that these people, the PPP and their friends, now form a political party, have what it takes to run Guyana. Come the 25th, I'll tell you guys who I believe. I bet none of you guys know. Some of you guys may be caught off guard too. I'm warning you, some of you may be caught off guard. Good night to Nigel London, Apostle Nigel London. Good night to Simona Brooms. Oh, Simona Brooms is, yeah. But some of you guys may be caught off guard. All right, let's prepare to pull the curtains down. Wayne Caesar is going to be on tomorrow. I don't know what time, but we'd like to carry the APNU guys. They ask us. They're asking now. I don't know why. And so we are going to carry the Hope Town rally right here on 107.1 FM. We're going to do our thing. If Theodore Adams and the Forward Guyana have their rally, but they don't have rallies. They have walkabout. Theodore Adams, good night. He's the chairman of London's group. And I'm out of here. I'll be watching Wayne Caesar tomorrow. We'll advertise what time Wayne is going to be on, but we will carry the APNU rally. Carry the APNU rally. All right, again, let me head back and finish up some work, but congrats to those people who are new citizens of the United States of America. Some of them may be watching. Several persons through Ben Shop Immigration got their, their green card, and some of them got their extension for their conditions on their green card removed. And we're pretty happy, and we're confident, and we like working for you guys, and thank you for your service as well. And thank you for your confidence. And let me just say this about marriage-based. If any of you have a marriage-based application now, you've got to be extra, extra cautious. The people are looking for any reason to clip you. Any reason to clip you. But we find a way for you not to be clipped. We find a legal way not to be clipped. We don't want anybody to be clipped. Tough times. But even though they're tough times, 99% of the results that we get are positive results. Even if one fall off the cliff, we still try to fix it. And we have, for the most part, we have competent, we have smart, and we have team players with us. And even lawyers make mistakes as well. Lots of them have made lots of mistakes. So don't be fooled. Just thought I'd put that one in. I'll be back again Monday. I can't wait for the 25th. But before we go, who do you guys think I'm going to endorse? If you give your opinion on who you think that I will endorse, it's not like somebody might suck their teeth out there, a trench crop might, or somebody else that supports the blue group. They might suck their teeth because they don't know that they're definitely out. The trench crop is out. The blue team definitely ain't getting my support. I might as well tell you guys who I'm not supporting. I'm not supporting them because I don't believe that Azruddin Mohammed has what it takes to run Guyana. I just don't believe that at all. Guyana needs to be able to breathe again. But who you guys think? I see some people saying Aubrey Norton. I'm going for a party, guys. I'm going for a group of people, which of course will include a leader. Good. So somebody might suck their teeth and say, who cares who you win? Who cares? Right. Fair enough. That, who cares, Bencham? Go on your way. Go on your little scrawly self somewhere. Go and drink your little bush rum. Oh, by the way, I'm not a rum guy. But it's Friday. I may take a nice cold beer to celebrate some good victories and to, take a drink for one or two of the debad individuals. Right. All right. So somebody said forward Guyana. Somebody said Nigeria like him. I just told you guys who I'm not going to ask you guys to support. Y'all already know that I don't ask you guys to support the Mohammeds. I think it's a step in the wrong direction. And to support the PPP is a continuation of corruption. And we can't have the country just fighting. It's got to be able to breathe again. And at some point in time, come the 25th, I'll tell you guys who I think the group that is quite capable of taking Guyana out of the intensive care unit. Certainly the PPP has gotten us there, and the PPP has to go. But certainly not Azruddin. Give me a break. Come on, guys. Again, nothing personal, right? If Azruddin is watching, nothing personal. This is just politics, and this is saving the country. And so oftentimes people, they get this impression, many people cost me. And all manner, don't worry, Bencham this, Bencham that. They cost me. Oh, Bencham, it's okay. It's parcel of the game. It's the territory. And so you have to be able to, if somebody says they don't support you, they don't support you. They just don't support you. And I don't think, I can't see myself as somebody who has been fighting against injustices, corruption, human rights violations, and all these things to support someone like a Mohammed. I just can't do it. I don't know. I just can't do it. And it hurts me to see other people who should know better. That's another story, man. I'm out of here. I'll probably take a walk over to Bamba, Mali, take a nice cold Guinness. So if you see me there, just say hi. Just say hi. I'm out of here. God bless you. And I'll see you guys back tomorrow. Well, Wayne is going to be tomorrow, but I'll see you guys hopefully at the rally at Hopetown. God bless you. And God bless a beautiful country. Time to take a walk around where Stabrook Market. If you see me there, just say hi too. I'm out of here, guys. So long.
PPP will take care of you from erection to resurrection. A quick one for you. And the last time I said that, somebody came up to me and said, man, you little bias. Erection is a man thing. What happened to the women? So I got a woman thing for you. And hear me, from the moment she slime up till you get caught up, we gonna take care of you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. You want to tell me all these years, Mohammed and his father and all of them is a part of PPP that had gun at the PPP office, Freedom House on Rob Street, protecting the PPP from the black people and PNC. And all the time, you there, you never see that they ill-treating black people, they killing out black people. You never see this corruption within this party. All the time, you, your family, your uncle, your father, your sister, your mother, everybody supporting this party. Y'all never see that this party is corrupt. Never at no point in time until sanctions start raining down upon you and you expect them to cover you. And they did not cover you. They took away all your gold and diamond license and your business license, your cambio license, and you get upset. And then you started to decide that, you know what, I can run for election to get rid of the sanction, and I can run for election to get back at the people.